high-calorie food.
Bathing.
My own bed. Tom Cruise's favorite cake.
Cosmic gumbo.
Cosmic gumbo.
What do all of these things have in common? We'll find out with Blackbird stars Taron Egerton and Paul Walter Hauser. And we've got the stories that define the week on People in 10. I'm Andrea Belke, bringing you everything you need to know about pop culture right now. We've got 10 minutes, so let's dive right in with the first 5, starting with the latest royal engagement. King Abdullah and Queen Rania of Jordan are celebrating as their daughter, 25-year-old Princess Iman, got engaged to a New York financier with a dazzling diamond solitaire ring. UK royals Prince William and Kate Middleton made an appearance at this year's Wimbledon, where they cheered from the royal box. And Kate, who is an avid tennis player herself, was even spotted blowing a kiss and giving a wave to her parents. The next day, the couple attended a charity polo match with a very special guest, their family dog, Orla. And while Lindsay Lohan is gushing about her new hubby,
really? That's amazing.
Big Sean and Janae Aiko are getting excited about their baby on the way.
Make it happen. Whatever happened just had to happen.
A rep for Janae tells People she's overjoyed about this next chapter. This as Bachelorette Michelle Young opens up about her sad split from Nate Olukoya.
It's been quite a transition, I would say. I really am just leaning on my friends, family for support. This is not something that I foresaw.
The pair announced the end of their engagement back in June. Next up, the posts you've been loving this week. Kylie Jenner knows the way to a man's heart is through his stomach, and she went all out, making an assortment of epic sandwiches for her bae, Travis Scott.
It looks beautiful.
Camila Cabello enlisted the help of a young family member to nail this dance on TikTok. While Lena Dunham got some inspo from the rainbow for some colorful beach days. And have you ever wondered about Kanye West's favorite garden hose setting? Well, now we have the answer. Turns out he's a mist guy. The more you know. And while Ye was in the comments, his daughter North was in his closet, stepping out in Paris wearing a vintage blue jacket that looks really familiar. North is in Paris for Haute Couture Fashion Week, where she watched mom Kim Kardashian strut her stuff in Balenciaga's star-studded show, alongside Dua Lipa, Nicole Kidman, Naomi Campbell, and Bella Hadid. But Kim isn't the only one serving up style in the City of Light. Actress Michelle Yeoh looked so chic as she arrived to Balenciaga days after stopping by Schiaparelli, where Emma Watson held down the front row with Hunter Schafer and Rina Sawayama, and Rita Ora, Anita, and Natasha Lyonne showed up swathed in the Italian brand. Across the Seine, Zoe Saldana was boho beautiful for Dior. At Chanel, Marion Cotillard, Lucy Boynton, and Keira Knightley gave a lesson in French girl fashion. As Asa Gonzalez and Sabrina Alba, Idris's wife, were pretty in pink at Jean-Baptiste Valli, where Olivia Palermo's mod mini dress was minty fresh. Très bien. In this week's People Cover story, Hayden Panettiere is opening up for the first time about her struggles, including addiction, postpartum depression, and domestic abuse.
I feel more empowered right in this moment than I have felt probably in my entire life.
We loved watching Hayden as Juliet Barnes on Nashville, but looking back, she says those 6 years were secretly really tough.
I was playing this very dramatic character that was constantly going through the same things that I was going through in real life.
I struggle with depression, and I'm trying to get it under control.
So when I got home, I didn't have a chance to deal with what I was really going through.
With Hayden needing to focus on her mental health, the decision was made in 2018 that her daughter Kaya should live primarily with her dad, Hayden's ex-fiance Vladimir Klitschko, in Europe.
The best thing that I could do for my daughter was to make sure that she was okay and take care of myself and make sure that I could be, a good mom to her. So that sometimes means you have to let him go.
In more from this week's issue, we are counting down the hours till Thor: Love and Thunder hits theaters.
Today, will go down in history. How exciting.
Star Chris Hemsworth and director Taika Waititi have a strong bond these days, but their first meeting wasn't quite love at first sight.
It was super awkward.
Because I'd never really gone to those meetings before, and it was like really.
No, it's like a first date, a blind date, and I said I've never done this.
We were just very polite to each other.
He's never done this, and then we just became best friends.
We became best friends, and that cut to now.
Tattoos.
And their forever friendship made for plenty of movie magic on set.
Having fun and this is what it should be. It's the entertainment business, and to tell stories.
And also to be honest with each other. You know, this time, you know, like, you know, to be able to like say, I'm frustrated in this moment. How do we fix this thing, you know? And like, you know, because we communicate a lot on like script stuff and like the work stuff, and you know, we've got a very open flow.
Now let's move on to some screen time. I'm so excited to be joined now by Taron Egerton and Paul Walter Hauser. Their new show Blackbird premieres on Apple TV Plus tomorrow.
I never wanted this for you. I wanted a totally different life. A steady paycheck, kids, a family.
I'm gonna ask you 5 questions. For question number 1, you have to give me 1 answer. For question number 2, you have to give me 2 answers, and so on. Let's get started. First up, Blackbird is inspired by true events, and it follows convicted drug dealer Jimmy Keene, played by you, Taron, who enters a maximum security prison and befriends a suspected serial killer, played by you, Paul, in the hopes of eliciting a confession and earning his freedom. These are both really intense roles. What is one reason that each of you decided to take on these characters?
My one reason would be to play opposite Taron Egerton, who I was a fan of previous to doing this job.
That's very flattering, Paul. I thought that the writing is absolutely the best piece of writing that I have ever been offered.
You want me to check into hell and befriend the demon, not for all the money in the world.
How about freedom?
And I think you would have to be an insane person as an actor not to want to accept an opportunity like this.
Did Taron live up to the hype?
It can be intimidating sometimes to see someone who's attractive and talented and they're having a really huge moment. I met him and he's just super funny and humble, and we had a good time off set too.
We see the relationship between your characters evolve over the course of the show.
If you think you could be in danger, you are in danger.
What are 2 emotions, 1 from each of you, that describe your experience working together?
Joyous. Paul is, you know, actually in stark contrast to the role he plays in this show, is an incredibly fun-filled, joyous person, one of the funniest people I've ever met.
Exhausted, because it was a bit of a marathon, Herculean effort, physically, mentally, emotionally. It was quite a bit.
Jimmy decides to take this deal because it will give him his freedom. It's the most important thing to him in this moment.
If it gets out that you're here to snitch, that's going to be a very unfortunate day.
When you both get time away from work, what are 3 things that are important for each of you to do?
High-calorie food.
Bathing. Like, I love taking a nice long bath and dimming the lights in my bathroom and just like chilling out with a playlist.
Yeah,
that's a vibe.
My own bed and my own sheets.
Yeah.
There is nothing like your own bed and just, you know, the smell of your own sheets coming out of your own laundry.
Taron, you said high calorie foods because you were on a huge, like crazy diet. Is there gonna be some more dancing with some protein? Because I loved that on your Instagram.
Oh, thanks. That was genuinely when we were in New Orleans. I don't want to offend anyone, but you guys in this country, you do not do banana flavor well. It doesn't taste of banana. So I felt like I needed some authentic British banana protein powder, and that video was taken when it finally arrived. But yeah, lots more dancing.
This story is a captivating, all-consuming one. What are 4 things, 2 from each of you, that you did to step out of these characters when you walked off set?
Watched Babe, Pig in the City. No, we didn't watch Pig in the City.
We didn't watch the sequel.
We watched Babe. We meant to watch the sequel, but we never got around to it.
We went and saw that movie Sparks, the Edgar Wright documentary.
We did.
That was really fun. We did a lot of fine dining. You know, New Orleans is a really great food city, so like we had some great meals together.
Paul actually, very sweetly, I had a topless scene in this show, a couple actually, that I was kind of anxious about because the character was supposed to be in great shape, and when I was done, Paul had a special cake which is like Tom Cruise's favorite cake. It is the best bit of cake I've ever eaten, and Paul had it flown into me from some other city. It was very glamorous in Hollywood. Yeah, it was amazing.
And finally, what are 5 words to describe your show, Blackbird?
Suspenseful, dark,
entertaining, cosmic gumbo.
Cosmic gumbo.
It's a real cosmic gumbo.
Perfect.
Paul's conviction's on appeal. He could win and walk. You have the chance to stop him.
Thank you both for being here. Everyone, be sure to watch their show, Blackbird. It starts streaming on Apple TV Plus tomorrow. All right, time's up. See you next Thursday.